Hi, my name is Nancy, and welcome to my Caregiver Journal, Living Over Loss. Dan and I had time to prepare for his death. He had had cancer for 8 years. We knew we had all the signs that things were getting worse, and so we had lots of conversations about what my life would be like when he was gone. And one of the things that I had spent time thinking about was what would happen with my wedding ring when I was no longer part of that marriage. And a year before he passed away, I came up with this idea that I wanted a ring that would be my forever ring, that wasn't tied to my marriage, but was just a ring signifying our love and that our love would be forever. So I have a different ring on my hand that we went out together, we picked, he bought, and it was my forever ring. And so for probably the first 2 months after Dana passed away, I continued wearing my wedding ring, and it was very important to me. But my engagement ring is often fragile, and the little diamonds will fall out, and I didn't want to lose it. And so I started taking it off some, especially since I do a lot of work outside. And I have a different ring that he gave me that I started wearing instead. But then after about a month of that, I thought, well, maybe I should still wear my ring. So I wore my wedding ring to church one day, and I had a terrible day at church. I just kept crying and crying and crying. So I went home and I didn't wear it the next day. The next Tuesday, I wore it to work, and we were having a staff retreat about an hour away, and I cried the whole way there. I cried the whole day. It was the 17th, so it was the month anniversary of the day that he had passed away, so it was a significant day. But I went home and I took the ring off again, and I thought, maybe wearing my wedding ring isn't the best choice now. Maybe I'm better with these other rings that I have. I have 3 other rings that Dan gave me that I'm wearing other than my wedding ring. So a little while later, I was down visiting my family after a death in the family, and I was staying at my mom's, and we were talking, and for some reason I said something about the fact that I wasn't wearing my wedding ring. I said, I found that now when I wear my wedding ring, I cry all day, and it's just doesn't seem to be the best for me emotionally. And she looked at me. She lost my father 2 years ago, and she goes, but wearing my wedding ring makes me so happy. And it was just another time to recognize that everybody goes through this grief process differently. And she's 81 and I'm 55, and I think that makes a difference in this choice as well. But I think it's so important to realize that I can share these journals, but it certainly doesn't mean that other people are going to go through living over loss the way I'm doing it. I'm just hoping that this is giving people understanding that we're all going through the same struggles, we're going through the same journey, we just might be going through it differently.